49 minutes of the show. Where did the time go?
Where did the time go? But you all are still here.
I had a little chance to take a break. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you, Rachel. Rachel's busy talking to the producer. Thank you, Rachel. Appreciate you. This is Chef Carla Hall, and many of you will know her from Top Chef Chew fame. That's where I first met her.
Yeah.
And you'll know her from Food Network and for the numerous other shows she's been on. She brings us a whole line of wonderful products, including these pans that are no joke.
No joke.
This is professional stuff right here. Now, you're getting not only the 10 by 15 sheet pan, but you're getting the silicone liner, which is worth its weight in gold.
Worth its weight in gold. And it's not just for the pan.
This wide spatula, I call it a shovel. I mean, this thing is huge.
And let me tell you, you can call it a shovel because it just picks up a lot of food. And you saw how I moved this entire salmon over to the platter without anything
And then
breaking.
the roasted vegetables.
And the roasted vegetables. Because my thing is, if you're doing your vegetables or your cookies or your brownies, you don't want to have to go onesie. This can pick up 3 big cookies. You know
this can pick up like 2 or 3 burgers.
Yes.
I mean, how you doing? We are, and talk about panini sandwiches.
Yes.
You might put in the oven. I knocked some over probably. All right, so let's remind you that we have color choices, and we have 4 color choices. Chef, you're a master with powdered sugar. All right. This is the berry, $2.50 in the berry. Beside that is sage. These are okra flowers. Yes?
Yes, okra flowers.
Okra flowers. And then finally we have, or not finally, we have the tomato. And then up on the windowsill, I have this in corn flour. Now, it comes with a little usage guide that has some recipes inside. 5 recipes, as I recall.
Yes.
And then here's the corn flour. That silicone mat that's how I make my chicken breast pizzas.
Oh, yeah, with your silicone mat?
Yeah, with silicone mat.
So I'm telling you,
or on the same pan too.
So the reason I love this mat is because not only is it going to help when you are cooking like the fish and everything, but if you're just having it out and you want to bake with it, and like for instance, I'm making these biscuits and I want to go and punch them out, and I'm like, oh, my biscuit dough needs to be colder. I can just pick up the entire thing, take it to the fridge. This happens with your crust or anything, because if you're working on this, you get to move it around. And you can use this with your chocolate, like if you're dipping strawberries, if you're making toffee, if you're doing anything like that.
Now, one of the recipes that's in your use and care book is for this chocolate sheet cake.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, now I like your style.
So this chocolate sheet cake, I'm showing you how you can simply put powdered sugar on it, or you can put this chocolate ganache, which is right there. So this little chocolate sauce. So all of this, and with this, as we call the shovel, it is really, really sharp. So I can get in here and I can actually cut it.
Cut between the powdered sugar and the chocolate ganache.
And if you ever see me on the baking shows, you will always see that I say wipe off your knife before you go in for a second cut, y'all.
You get cleaner cuts that way.
You get cleaner cuts. So I just want you to see how really you can pick this. Let me pick it up. I just want you to
pick up a whole hunk.
A whole hunk. Look at this. And I want you to see the other side. Look at that.
Because you've got great non-stick in these pans.
Yes. Yes. It is 8 times stronger. It has 3 coatings of the non-stick, so nothing is going to stick. You can tell here how nothing has stuck. And it's very moist.
No hot or cold spots either.
No hot or cold spots, very even heating. And that's what's going to get you. Now, I have something to pull out of the oven. So hold, please,
All right,
because it's going to be delicious.
Most of us have sheet pans that look like we tied a rope to the back of them and drug them behind our car, because we've had them forever, right? So maybe it's time to upgrade. Maybe it's time to bring home a new sheet pan that you can do a focaccia bread in. Like this one. Chef, that looks and smells
Doesn't it look amazing? I want you all to see.
Smells even better.
It's the rosemary. Look at the color on this. I want you to see the color. There are no hot spots. Look at that golden brown and deliciousness. That's the crunchiness.
Chef Nate Collier from Le Creuset calls that GBD.
Golden brown and delicious. I've lost all my tomatoes.
Feel free to use that anytime. This is lovely because you're talking about a 13 by 15 sheet pan. Now, if your sheet pans, you don't remember who was in the White House when you bought your last sheet pan, maybe it's time for a new one, right? Maybe if it thunders in the oven because it's warping, because it's made of a lesser material, maybe it's time for an upgrade. Remember, this comes with a silicone liner, and you get that extra wide spatula as well. Now, will the spatula go in the top rack of the dishwasher?
The spatula goes to the top rack of the dishwasher. And then the pan goes in the bottom. The silpat, I mean, you could throw it in there, but I
usually do mine in the sink.
I do in the sink. But I don't want you to think of this pan just for baking. So look at this entire roast. We have this whole roast here. We have all of these vegetables. This can easily feed, I think, 4 to 6. I mean, I'm gonna say 6 to 8. This is a lot of meat. This is a lot of capacity in this pan.
I'm trying to
10 by
decide if that
15.
steak is stuffed with something or is it just tied up?
No, it's just tied up.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll cut that off and, and put this all
Because
on the
sometimes they have
platter.
netting on them. Yeah.
But this is, when you look at the capacity of this, like all of this food in this, and it's pretty enough to take to the table.
You know what they call this? A sheet pan supper.
A sheet pan supper. Come
Because it
on.
has the potatoes, it has the green vegetable,
Yes.
it has the protein. Then you're ready to go. Then maybe have your biscuits on the side. Lucky.
That's it, okay? Now, I want to tell you all this too. I want to tell you this, David. I know we're going to wrap up,
All
but
right.
don't just keep this in the kitchen. Don't just keep baking it, because now you can take some of my smaller dishes,
Yeah.
put crackers and things around them. It has
Serving platter.
Serving platter. You guys, bring the color into the kitchen.
Breathe it, breathe it. And we have colors and we have a couple other items that you have already showed us. So we're going
That's
to
right.
revisit. We're going to remember, remind everybody. Now we have this in berry. 150 left in the berry.
Yes, y'all.
This is the sage. Then we have the tomato. And up here on the windowsill is the cornflower blue. Really, really pretty.